poppin', guys? If you if you're still here with us,
thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate it. We went through a crazy trade deadline. First portion of the Green Teamers podcast. There's still trades going on. They're still ongoing. By the time you guys hear this, the trades will be over. Everybody will be in their respective teams, and we will continue on with the NBA as we love it. Hopefully the Celtics, put in work, do what they got to do, so that way we make a great hard push in the second half of the season, because I want to see a NBA Finals appearance, nothing less.
And let me just say this real quick. I know we like to keep the two separate, but let me ask you this: because there's only 8 minutes until the deadline is it's the cutoff time, after trading Bol, who was the other guy? Dozier. After trading Bol, Dozier, and trading Josh Richardson for Derek White,
right.
Are you satisfied? Is that a good trade deadline for you, or are you expecting something more?
I was expecting something more.
Something more? Okay.
Definitely something more.
So they left you wanting more?
Definitely wanting more.
Okay.
So you ain't off the hook yet, Boston.
Gotcha.
Brad Stevens, Dad Stevens, whatever you want to call him. Get on that phone, Daddy. Some work to do. In the meantime, in between time, we're going to tell you what we smoking on today. We're smoking on some Jelly Bean. Hooray. There we go. It's a cross between the Orange Velvet and Space Queen. It's a hybrid mix. I fuck with the stickiness. It is a dense nug. It smells pretty good too. It has a citrus scent to it. Shit.
Let me check that shit out.
Yeah. What do you think about the nugs, nigga? I thought it was pretty sticky. I was rolling it up earlier. My hands are fucked.
Just off the smell, this is I think the good thing about having a sample size this large or this big is all the nugs really help you actually get to get a good whiff.
Absolutely.
Versus if say you just had a gram and just one nug,
right.
You don't get as strong of a smell as you do just in this bag right now.
Yeah, you pick up an eighth. You're not really able to sort of depict or decipher through all the shit, but this you have a full.
Yeah, but let me tell you, man, this is really sweet smelling. Definitely.
You like it.
Definitely piney, maybe not piney, but earthy. I think is the better term. Right. Earthy, but definitely sweet, giving me sweet aromas, almost fruity.
Try to break one of them motherfuckers up.
Let me see. Oh man, just reaching into
right.
Yeah, this is definitely sticky. This is the kind of bud that when you put your fingers together, they kind of stick for a second.
Yeah, like you whatchamacallit, stick 'em. Yeah, some of you football players know that all too well. Breaking records out of nowhere for no fucking reason. What am I talking about? I don't know. But back to the weed though.
Just off the smell of this one nug.
Yeah, let's rate the smell real quick. Let's give that a rating.
If we're doing out of 10, I might have to give these nugs a 10, man. This is one of the better smelling.
Oh, for real?
Better strains we've had in a minute. Yeah.
You give it a 10 for smell?
I'll give it a 10 for smell. Maybe it's just me, but I thoroughly enjoy that bag.
Oh shit. You say a 10, and I say a 9.5. Yeah, I'm gonna say 9.5.
9.5. I'm telling you.
I see what you mean. It's very fruitful.
Yeah, definitely fruitful. Like I said, a sweet aroma, and I think over the past couple months, that's one of the better better smelling strains we've had.
Especially for the winter time too. It's hard to find good smoking bud in the winter.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Maybe it's a good point to bring up. Is there always seems to be not a shortage, but a lack thereof.
What it is?
Good quality nug.
What it is? You can call it a shortage because a lot of times the weed that you're picking up now was harvested in October of 2020.
2021?
No, 2020.
Damn.
You're talking a year plus.
Gotcha.
So that's why sometimes when you're picking up some bud, and a lot of times if you're in the Northeast, it's coming from California. Unless you're hip like us and you're picking up from Maine, you need to get on that Maine boat.
Yes, sir.
Maine's where it's at. There's no sense in constantly going to California to pick up nug if it's months. If it was harvested months ago and you're really smoking on it today, the shit you're smoking on now could be a year old. That's why it's all dusty. That's why it's all crumbling up when you try to break it up. And then there's times when you're like, oh shit, this is the same exact bud I picked up in June, and this shit was fire in June. Why is it crap right now?
Right.
It's a different season.
Gotcha.
But a lot of times in the Northeast, we have issues finding bud. People on the West Coast, they have trouble harvesting bud because it's just the weather change. It's the climate. It's just not the great season. It's not a great season to grow bud.
Have you ever heard of, I don't even know what it's called, but apparently I think it's in the Bay Area of California or Northern California. There's just like a triangle or something where it's like the perfect environment for growing some.
Oh, that must be the same environment where everybody sort of grows their wine.
Possibly. I could see that very, very possibly.
Something about it
being
raining.
the same location. Let me see.
But
let me see if I can search it up real quick.
a buddy of ours who I'm not gonna name names, but shout out to well, if he's watching, he knows who he is.
I thought you were literally just about to name him. Right?
I almost just did. I almost just name dropped him right there. But we used to go to school with him, and he was telling me about how in Cali, all the other fucking Armenians, they're selling the same shit out here. Like they're selling sour, they're selling purple, like they're selling OG Kush. Like nobody wants the OG Kush anymore. Nobody wants the sour anymore. Everybody's just looking for the Zaza. They're looking for the exotics.
Gotcha.
And I was like, yo, bro, out here, motherfuckers will smoke whatever. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's still you have a niche audience with the Zaza and all them fancy packs, but your traditional smoker just wants a good nug.
Yeah.
So if you're offering good OG, at the end of
You
the
got
day,
a customer.
it's OG.
Yeah.
You're not turning somebody away from that.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
So I was telling him that, and he was telling me the prices. He was like, "Yo, you can buy a good pack of OG for like $1,000 a pound,
Damn.
or $1,200 a pound." I was like, "Yo, if you flip that up here, it's pretty good."
Hell yeah. But bringing back to my point about that triangle in
Some
Cali
math for you niggas.
is it's actually called the Emerald Triangle.
Ooh,
It's a
damn,
region.
would be green.
Yeah, it's the Emerald Triangle. It's a region in Northern California named as such due to it being the largest cannabis producing region in the United States. So I guess, I don't know if it had anything to do with the weather, I guess. Maybe it's just, like they said, it's just where they grow the most amount of bud. But if you're growing the most amount of bud,
It has to.
I'm assuming, yeah, it has to do because you're producing it. And if you're producing it, it's because you're able to, so.
Now my next question is: it the same area where they mass produce wine?
This is...
Like on a Google map, would it be able to show you?
Let me see.
But
It's Mendocino County, Humboldt County, and Trinity County. I don't know if that's wine country.
wine country, Napa Valley. Napa Valley is wine country.
Right. But I couldn't actually tell you if they're...
Yeah, do y'all know?
Let us know.
Do we have any California viewers? Let us know. We'd love to find out.
For sure. But how's it smoking so far? Did you spark it?
Oh, it's been sparked.
Nice.
It's
Awesome.
smoking smooth. Shit, I'm enjoying it. Well, it's still early. Let me wait on that.
We got any topics for today? What's
on the scoreboard for today? Oh, Joe Biden's handing out crack pipes.
Oh yeah, what was up with that, man? What is going on?
Like,
What has
there's
America
nothing
come to?
There's nothing in the world you can say to make that make sense to me. You can say, "Oh, there's too many addicts. There's too many addicts in the streets. You're trying to help." That's not helping to me. That doesn't sound like helping to me. If somebody has an issue, you don't fix that issue by giving them that bottle, giving them that pacifier. That makes it even easier for you to maintain that. Or
what is the idea behind that? Because I know
they're saying,
for example, heroin users who shoot up, they supply clean needles so that they don't swap them and start spreading HIV or AIDS or anything, any of those kinds of diseases. So that's why they hand out free needles.
Well, that was part of their reasoning behind the crack pipes. Yeah, so that way people won't have to keep sharing needles with each other. But you're not stopping the cause though. They're still doing it.
Yeah.
So they're still gonna end up on the streets. Like they're still gonna end up back where they started. So how does that help the situation?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's kind of looking at it like you're still doing crack. You're just doing it at you're doing it out of a clean pipe versus a dirty pipe,
Yeah,
but you're
that's
still
like
doing
if-
crack.
Well,
like-
that's like if you just bought me a new bong and you're like, here, nigga, I'm still smoking weed. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't stop the problem. I'm still smoking weed.
Is it what do you think about, and I think it's Portugal, I can double check while I ask you this, but Portugal doesn't arrest you for drug use, like of any kind, and apparently it's just brought down the crime rate altogether.
Where is it? Portugal?
I think so. I can look it up right now. Let me
Portugal
see.
sounds like a place where they're high on opioids. It just sounds like the type of place. No disrespect to anybody who, but I'm just saying, it just sounds like it. Y'all motherfuckers are high on opioids. Are they not? Say I'm wrong.
I don't know, but it says in July 2001, Portugal decriminalized the personal use and possession of illicit drugs.
What are illicit drugs?
That's a good question.
You're only minimizing what you already have or view as a problem, in my eyes. Because if it wasn't a problem, then you wouldn't address it. So as I'm addressing it, I feel like it might be a rampant problem out there that they just can't control.
Yeah, I can't find any information there, but yeah, no, I agree with you. It's like if you're not arresting anybody, then of course your crime rate is going to go down because no one's been arrested, but
Right.
it doesn't mean
That'll
no
be
one
about,
just
like,
didn't
they
get
do
robbed
it.
the night before.
Right.
So I guess we'd have to do some more research on that, so I don't want to comment too much on it in a place from not misinformation but lack of information, I guess.
But Biden would be, anybody who's still on board with what Biden's doing, what his administration is doing, you really got to look in the mirror. You got to be honest with yourself. Was this really the right decision? We're about a year and some change. We're 2 years now. It's 2 years, right? Yeah, it's 2 years. We're heading into year 2 of this bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Are you really satisfied with what's going on right now? We're going into war with fucking Russia. We might go into war with Taiwan and China, and like there's going to be a World War III before Biden leaves office.
Mm-hmm. I think,
And my only benefit is the fact that I'm 28 now. By the time that shit happens, I'm too old. Y'all ain't sending me anywhere overseas.
I think anybody who voted for Biden, and granted I did vote for Biden, but I've always said that I don't like to paint myself as some political person.
Yeah.
I just do more so on the sense of what I think is the right thing to do.
Okay.
And that in itself, also has its drawbacks. But my point is, anybody who's actually, I guess, more political savvy, even if they voted for Biden, I do think they would admit that what's happening now at this point
Was not what we expected.
was not what they expected, and they're definitely feeling, if not feeling it necessarily, they're at least seeing some of the ramifications of, I guess, maybe some of the policies that Trump had or the way he went about doing business.
You're feeling that blowback. Pause.
Because just looking at the gas prices and general grocery prices, they've slowly crept up, but over the past 2 years, I'm looking like I went to CVS for lunch the other day, and I'm looking at just something to drink, and I'm looking at all these prices, and I'm like, bro, this was $1 cheaper even just 2 years ago.
Like, you already know that. It's like, what the hell? Like, what's going? And like them tiny ass fucking Pepsi bottles, they're selling them for almost the same price as the 4 ounce, the bottles that are 4 ounce larger. Like, you have your little 12 ounce bottles, and you got a 16 ounce bottle.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yo, I see what you guys are doing. You want me to think you really need that 12 ounces. No, motherfucker, I wanted the original 20 ounces that you used to give us, but you don't give us anymore. Now you got these little 16 ounce bottles I gotta settle with. So I'm trying to settle with that, but you're offering me the 12 and a half ounce for roughly the same price as that 16 ounce bottle. I'm not stupid. Meanwhile, it costs you the same to distribute this, that, and the third, and you're still making almost all the same money back.
If not more.
If not more. So
And
fuck you.
with that being said, though, let me say this.
See, this is the part about the Burning Thoughts podcast. We can go on tangents and talk about random shit.
But hey, I'm sure the viewers at home also have noticed the prices have risen. So I'm sure you guys can at least, not if you don't agree with us, you can at least understand where we're coming from.
You live in a major metropolitan city, rent's going up the ass.
Before you continue, though, let me say this real quick, because shout out to the true MVP. Shout out to Arizona Iced Tea for holding it down since high school.
Oh, it's been
99 cents for a can, man.
Never changed. They don't switch up on a motherfucker.
That's for sure.
They don't switch up.
Has the can gotten smaller? To be honest, I haven't drank a Arizona in years.
Yeah, it's been a minute actually.
But has the can gotten smaller? Is it still the same? It's still the same price though, but has the can?
I think
it looks the same size to me when I look at it in the fridge. It's still the same
size. Last year, actually, I killed a fucking AP. Shout out Arnold Palmer.
I will say you are a savage if you can finish an entire can of Arizona. I could never finish one, but if you're like a freshman in high school with not much money, then you can't beat 99 cents. So
that reminds me of those days. We used to all just fucking sit there smoking. That was the go-to drink.
Yeah,
Spring,
it was.
Summertime playing ball. Unhealthy motherfuckers drinking Arizona after the game of basketball.
That was when we were at least more active, I guess, though.
Right.
So it almost balanced itself out.
Facts.
Especially because as a high school athlete, you had practice every day, so you were active every day, and you had gym. Like you could potentially have gym like
twice.
Well, I'm saying like earlier in the day, you know,
yeah,
like that same day.
That shit,
yeah.
You'd be all set and good to go.
Mm-hmm.
That's facts. But this whole, just to bring it back, crack pipe shit's retarded.
Yeah,
makes no sense. Make it make sense for me.
I saw the post, and just reading the headline, it's like I'm baffled. I don't know where they're trying to go with this.
Like that's crazy. Let's see where that goes. Oh, this also happened earlier this morning. We found out, Da Baby ended up fucking jumping Danny Lee's brother
at the bowling alley.
At the bowling alley, yeah, gave him the mops, like, and to be fair, he got jumped, so he held his own. He did what he could do.
Yeah, that, and if you watch the video, like one of the guys is just dragging him by the hair though, so he never really gave him the chance to
really
just square up.
Yeah, if you're gonna go by that term, it was never an official one-on-one, but at the same time, you can't. Those laws ain't set in stone.
Yeah, when you're
smoke with somebody,
I was gonna say, if you're going in knowing you're jumping someone, you don't care about the one-on-one. You're going in there with intentions to jump someone.
Right. You guys already had beef with each other. That's the situation. You got to be smart. You got to be. If you really want that one-on-one smoke, handle it a different way.
Mm-hmm.
You could have been across the room and told the baby, "Yo, I want you and me. Let's go outside, do this shit, do whatever." But on the original video, baby threw a punch.
I think he threw the first one. Like that's what set the whole.
The baby threw the first punch. I think it must have hit the dude's cup because he backed up, hit his cup, and when he backed up, he backed up right onto the bowling lane. So he slipped, and once he slipped, like hyenas, I swear to God, motherfuckers just got him. They were just ooh. Yo, that's the animalistic side of us. From afar, it's you watch it, you're like ooh. Ooh. Like you get some sick thrill out of it, but you as humans, you know it's wrong. So you're like, it's fucked up, y'all are jumping them. But it's just like, it's savage.
It's savagery, but like some of them just get out of control. Like I thoroughly believe if you knock someone out, like that's the end of it. But there's some fight videos where the dude's knocked out and then just not curb stomping him, but just stomping out his head on the pavement and then causing him to seizure out.
Yep.
Like
that's what we're
that stuff is just a whole another level.
Savage.
Yeah.
Like, but he did what he could. They whooped his ass. I think it's better off he just doesn't speak out on it, because the video is enough for us to be like, all right, bro, you stood up for your sister. If we're gonna define it, you stood up for your sister. We get that. We're actually on your side. The baby looks bad in the situation because it took 60 y'all to jump this one dude. Mm-hmm. So the baby looks bad in the situation. You don't need to say shit. You don't need to come out and say anything. You don't have to challenge the baby to another fight, call him a pussy. It's all right, bro. We got eyes. We saw it. You're good. But if you keep coming out and saying some bullshit, keep talking shit, then at some point we're gonna be like, maybe this baby deserved to whoop your ass. Like that's what's gonna happen. People turn quick. Don't just stop. Don't let them turn on you, bro. They got you. You got them on your side.
Even you don't even think you should come out and ask for the fair one-on-one.
No, I ain't gonna say shit. They already know. Oh, you got sent to the hospital. The videos show everything you need.
But that's what I'm saying. If he comes back and is like, "Yo, I just want the one-on-one," and waits for the baby to respond, like, just calling him out for one-on-one.
Okay, if he calls him out, just says, yeah, give me, yeah, you're a little bitch. I wanted that one-on-one, yada yada yada.
I think.
Yada, and keeps it at that.
I think that puts the ball in the baby's court, and at that point, it's
I'll give you that.
Now we're watching the baby as far as what he's gonna do. He can because he can say, all right, let's get the one-on-one, and then jump him again, and now we're looking at him like now you're
really,
now you're looking kind of pussy.
I like that. No, you're right. I'll give you that. That's facts.
So
that one call out, keep it at the one, because after that, if the baby doesn't respond, then we know where that stands.
Speaking about fights and just changing the subject a little bit here is I always tease Marvin about our freshman year of high school, and I tease him that he ran away from the one fight that happened. Like as soon as the fight started, he got scared, so he ran away.
And oh my god!
But it literally happened during lunch and right behind us, and it just happened to be.
It didn't even. No. Okay. Mind you, I'm new to this school, so when I tell you I know when I tell you my memory is vivid, I can tell you from start to finish what exactly happened. We were sitting like this at a table. The fight happened going this way on our left side, where the boxing gloves would be.
Wait, you're saying like if
we're sitting here, they were sitting at that table where the fight started. Mm-hmm. I was sitting where you were sitting. I got up to throw my shit away in the trash that is sitting right here. They're sitting right here. As I get up, simultaneously, I turn my back. They get up, and it was a man.
Oh, damn. You just go call
out. Because you're pissing me off. I'm not trying to name drop it. You're pissing me off.
We'll just bleep it out. We'll put a little censor.
And homeboy, I won't name his name. But it was them two. Like I said, simultaneously, as I got up to turn around, all I heard was fucking chairs just flipping. And I turn around, and the niggas are fighting. So what y'all saw is me already standing up, watching them fight. I don't know what you guys saw, but I don't know where the whole running away came from, because I was like running away from, the whole time I'm like running away from what? I turned around and just heard, like that's all I heard. But no, everyone used to piss me off with that shit so much. Oh my god. But no, what did you guys see?
I thought it was it wasn't quick. It actually lasted a good like 30 seconds before it got broken up.
Yeah.
But all that I remember is the kid got up, like we'll call him Kid A, gets up, asks Kid B if he actually wants to fight, and Kid B, I'll give Kid B, granted he has never backed down from a fight, so shout out our homeboy. So shout out to him because he's a real one. But they started fighting, and I'll say the one thing I didn't like is when they got on the ground. One of the tables that they were fighting in front of, they had their lunch tray.
They were just tossing shit over.
They were just tossing shit onto them, and now they just have food all over them. I was just like, damn, just let them get the one-on-one, you know.
I know. Cook got elbowed in the face.
Yeah,
he was trying to stop the fight.
Yeah,
he got elbowed in the face. I saw that. But like I said, ain't nobody running because I was still there. I was still there watching it.
I know that was our freshman year, and I think that was pretty early on into the year, like within the first term.
Yeah.
So that must have been how was that for you as being the new kid?
I was hoping that was me though. I was hoping I was the one getting into fights.
Really?
Yeah, I couldn't. I hated my first September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. 7 months.
Really?
Yeah, I couldn't stand those for 7 months. It wasn't until April came through, started getting nicer, like nice and warm outside. Like that's when we started playing ball outside and all that stuff. And that's when I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, because before that, I switched from school to school to school. I was already getting tired of the shit. So I just
So it wasn't necessarily about the school. It was just the whole process, like you said, situation of moving from here to here.
The moving process, having to relocate, make new friends, all that kind of stuff. Like I was just tired of it. Like I spent that first month at Medford High and only to hear you're moving. So I was like, what the fuck was the whole point of spending? So like, yo, that.
How far when did you come to school then? In what month? Like October?
It was October 4th was my first day. I
Gotcha.
still remember that. October 4th, 2008.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. October 4th. Did I meet you your first day? Because I remember I was already I don't know who I was sitting with, but I was sitting at lunch with someone, and then Evan came down. Damn it, we gotta stop name dropping these dudes.
Yeah, right.
Our other homeboy, our other boy, he came down the stairs with Marvin, and he was like, "Hey, this is Marvin. He's gonna sit with us today."
Yeah.
So I was just like, "Hey, what's up, Marvin?"
I think I met you later on because we were in the same English class.
Yeah, we were in the same English class.
I don't know, but we had that later on in the day. So I realized,
oh, you know what I think happened is, I guess you must have met Evan beforehand, and then
in Mastro's class.
Gotcha.
We had science, whatever, history together.
Gotcha.
That's where I met. Yeah, him and me met them together.
So was that the period before, like before lunch, or like how did you end up sitting? Did you already know Evan, and then you saw him, and he was coming to lunch too?
No,
and you were just like, "Can I sit with you today?" Or
no, it was just Mastro's class was first period. Got in there, and the way Evan talked to me, my first off rip, I was like, "These motherfuckers never met black people before." Like, that's what because they were asking me questions and shit. I'm like, "Yo, what's with the 50 questions?" Like you're starting to get me annoyed now. Like, what's with the 50 questions? Later on, I realized how they are. They're funny people. Shout out to them. They're real cool dudes. Like they're homeboys of ours, real close friends. But at first, I was just getting annoyed. But that's literally how it started. And then from there, it was cool. And then always a simple question. You know. With dudes, it's always, yo, you a fan of basketball?
Yeah.
Oh, word, you watch, you a fan of Celtics? Yeah. Oh, word, yo, all right, there we go. And you start naming players. And
Gotcha.
Once you get that in, it's like, all right, he's cool. He's all right, yeah, all right.
Gotcha. So you met Evan, didn't meet Evan, but you were in class with Evan before lunch, and that's when you guys...
Very first period. I think I had another period with them, and it was like, yo, we're in the same lunch together, too. And it was like, all right, shit, fuck, we might as well just sit.
Gotcha. Okay, so I think that's what happened, and then, like I said, you guys came down the stairs, and you were like, hey, this is Marvin, he's going to sit with us today.
Yeah.
And then I think after lunch, we asked you what class you had, and we ended up having English together, so we went to English together, and because you sat in front of me.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's...
No, what it was, after lunch, because we had that first lunch, and then we would have a block. I used to have science, so I was in the same class with... well, I can't give name dropping. But I was in the same class with Jacob, Nolan.
Gotcha.
Shout out to Bob. That dude was a clown, yo. Yeah, we're name dropping dudes that y'all have no idea, no clue on who they are, but some of y'all might. But you know who they are. They're real dudes, real cool dudes. Like, but yeah, at first I hated that the first 6-7 months of high school.
Gotcha. I could see that though. It's always hard moving, especially that often.
Yeah, but once it was crazy because in Medford High's got over 2,000 kids. Watertown High only has like 700.
Right.
So that dynamic switch was different because now all the teachers really knew you. So that was a little different as opposed to just being another student in the class.
I hear you.
I kind of like that, just being another student in the class. So that was another sort of shift. That's the introvert in me.
Well, guys, there you go. I guess that was a short wrap up of how me and Marvin technically sort of met.
Crazy. It's been 14 years.
Already? Nah, because we just graduated 10 years ago from high school. Oh, yeah. So maybe at least 12-ish years.
It started in 08?
Yeah, because we graduated 10 years ago, and that was senior year. Well, before we get too carried away with this high school history lesson on how we met, let's just bring it right back to the joint that we were smoking on the Jilly Bean, correct?
That's Jilly Bean.
The Jilly Bean.
Let me go with taste. Taste-wise, I really enjoy it. It doesn't give you that itchy sort of sensation or scratchy feeling in the back of your throat. It's a smooth smoker. It's a smooth smoker. It's a slow burner. The best part is the slow burner. Yeah. There are some buds that you break apart, and for some reason it goes like fine powder. Like it smokes quick. You can wrap it in a Fonto, and sometimes the Fonto is not burning smooth or evenly. You're canoeing it. The Jilly Bean, no, it's an even burn. get an even burn all around. It's a smooth smoker, like I said, and it's a slow burner because we've been talking for a good half an hour.
I was gonna say, you guys have been watching. We have been filming for almost, at this point, somewhere around like 26 minutes plus, and we're still about only 3/4 of the way through it.
Yeah,
So shout out to the Jelly Bean, because that is one slow burner.
You got a dog walker right here.
You got no, that's a couple laps around the track. But I'd have to agree. That is a smooth smoke. I haven't had to, normally when it comes to smoking the Fronto inside the joint, I cough my lungs out or it hits the chest, but not this time around. This is a smooth smoke, easy smoke. Been sipping on some water and kind of having the combo. If that was wine, I'd literally just be mellowed out.
Yeah, that would act, dude. That would be perfect. That would be perfect.
So shout out to Jelly Bean. Out of 10. Oh wait, did you rate the?
I didn't give it a number exact. No.
So just rate it on the 2 criterias of taste and overall high.
Taste, I'll give it a 8 out of 10. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Overall high, I will give it a 9 because it's crazy. Because you can tell I'm high now. But when we were on that tangent, I was rolling, I was moving, I was grooving, I was going. Like the words are flowing.
And you said this was a hybrid. Did you say if it was what side it was leaning towards more?
Give me 10 seconds, let me find out.
But for taste, I will, I said this last week in the video that didn't come out. And if you didn't watch the Celtics portion, we just wanted to say that we try and get these videos out weekly, but sometimes we just run into difficult technical.
I'm rich, bitch!